Alright, so one of my problems right now is that nut fell out as I was taking it apart. Just noticed. And I'm not going to use that nut because that's stripped. And I had a heck of a time pulling it off. I don't want to mess with that as I'm putting it together. So I'm going to get a tap and I'm going to clean that up. And first thing I'm going to do before I tap it is I need to get that screw that went in there, and need to find out what kind of threads it was, and so that as I don't want to just take any old tap. So see that? So we're going to go get a gauge. We know this is European, it's from France, so it's going to be metric. Without a doubt, it's going to be metric. Okay, so here's a metric thread gauge. There we go. Must have been something about the way it was interfering with the lens or something. See, that's too big, way too big. Okay, just wanted to show you an extreme of that. Go down to the next one. Yep. See, it doesn't quite sit on there. It's close. Go down to the next one. And that's even closer, but it's not really sitting on there. So we're gonna have to go to the other side. Okay, I don't know what the focusing problem was, but look at that. See how it sits in there? That tells you it's that thread. Okay, so it's cut eight threads per meter or millimeter, because this is metric. Okay, so see 0.8, 0.8. Take this one here, right? I'm going to take a tap that's close to it. I'm going to look on the metric side and look at, see, times 2.5, 1.0, 1.0, 0.8, 0.7, 0.5. So 0.8, so more than likely it's this one. Where'd it go? Come on. It's like doing it upside down. And it's right about the same size. So that's it. That's all there. It has to be that one. Like looking in the mirror and doing it backwards. Okay, so here what we're going to do is going to take this, let's call it the tap, and that's going to clean the threads up. We're going to take this tool and this handle, and what we're going to do is take this, slide it. You got to look at it. I'm trying to do it through the camera, and again, it's like doing it backwards. So you're going to loosen this up a little bit. Then see this end right here, the square? So you want to go in there until it's good. Tighten it. Then we're going to take this nut that is stripped, right? We're going to put that in a vise just like that, and then we're going to go ahead and clean that up. Okay, so I went ahead and put that in a vise like I said, and then I'm just going to lightly just turn it. And when it binds, you turn it back a little bit, and that'll kick out the metal as it's cleaning it, the little metal shavings. Okay, so before we start the die, you notice that the die also has a little notch right there. And then you notice that there's 3 screws right there. Well, this notch goes down where the center screw's at. And we're going to go like this. And see that other little hole right there? See that little hole? That's where the other screw's going to go. You need to back it up a little bit, back this up a little bit. You don't ever want to force it. If it's not going in, you need to back those screws up a little bit more. Boy, what a challenging day. Here we go. All right, so now what we want to do is make sure that that slot stays right in the center over where that other one's at. I got to stop looking at the camera at this. I'm trying to make sure that it's taping it right, and then when I do it, it's like backwards. Okay, tight. Go ahead and tighten this one up. That should go right inside that little notch hole, the round hole. This will go inside the other round hole. The screw. So put the screw and have it standing up. Then we're going to take our die right on top of there, and you want to be real careful. Put it just slightly turn it as you're putting it on. And as you do, just go down. Once it starts, you can Once it gets past the bad thread, you just go like that. You notice how it's real easy? Okay, so that's done.